Well. Would you look at what it is? It's generational sports, and it's me. It's Josh. We're here together. Listen, missed last week. Not gonna lie to you. It was a busy time, Josh. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I started wondering, earlier in the day, I was like, I want to push it until, maybe I'll make it back in time. But, it's the holiday season. It was a nephew's birthday. Family, they live all the way in Chicago. That's like a 3-hour drive. Longer than 3 hours. So, when we're there for the weekend, sometimes it carries over, but did miss everybody and glad to be back.
It's always fun to be back, Josh. And we never start a show without me finding out how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Had a interesting weekend betting. The Tampa game, just absolutely not Tampa, Baltimore game, just hurt the soul. That was the one in the parlay where around halftime I was like, all right, I think I can, not pay so much attention to that game. Baltimore seems like they had it in hand, and did not go that way. So rough betting wise, but other than that, doing good. Very excited for Thanksgiving. It can't get here soon enough.
Not a turkey guy though.
You're not?
No.
You ham?
We don't make ham. We only make a turkey, and even then, ham. See, here's the weird thing. Love like a ham sandwich. I'm there all day, every day. But ham itself, cooked, it's too salty. Don't like it.
What's wrong with turkey?
I wouldn't even say that's cap. I wouldn't say don't like it. It's just not. I would never be like, damn, I'm in the mood for a ham today. You know what I mean?
No, I've definitely. There's been a couple times where if I you ever just get food in your head and it's like, I have to have that as soon as possible. Yeah.
But you see, that usually happens to me with my favorite foods. Like there's some times where I'll be like, damn, a dozen wings right now? I'd punch somebody right in the throat for it.
It's weird for me because mine is never my favorite foods. Like the other day, I just randomly in the middle of the night really wanted some ramen. Just
is it bad that I've never had ramen in my life?
The packages, you've never had ramen
noodles? One time.
Oh, I was about to ask when you were in college, but you didn't live on campus, so you weren't
right here in the cribbo.
You've never had ramen? That's so weird. What did you eat as a kid for lunch?
School lunch. What the fuck?
In the summer.
I don't know. I was always at my nan's.
Oh, so Nan was always cooking up.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I used to be eating, fried or not. I don't know. It's not fried steak, but she would put butter in the pan and then put a nice steak on, some burgers. I was having chicken cutlets.
Oh man,
soup.
I was eating hot dogs and mac and cheese and ramen.
Nah, brother. I was at Nan's house. Listen, you don't get this weight class by certain. You gotta work to get there. And that.
What's wrong with turkey though? Why are we not a fan of turkey?
I just feel like it's very bland. It's never.
We gotta have sauce or gravy with it.
See,
my grandma makes a sauce that makes the turkey perfect.
I'm not really a gravy guy either. That's probably my problem.
It's not
gravy. When I take a turkey, cut the little piece of turkey off, right into the mashed potatoes. At same bite, turkey mashed potatoes, same bite.
What's your plate look like? Your first plate on Thanksgiving? What's it going to look like?
First plate's definitely the I put the piece of turkey on because I have to. Mashed potatoes, stuffing. My nan makes some stuffed mushrooms. Put that on there too. I hate cranberry sauce. Hate it. So that
I'm against that. I hate
that. That is not there. I mean, yeah, that's it. We're really super white. You know what I mean? So
no, we're the same. Because all of our Thanksgivings growing up were here at home, and it was my mom's family, which is not the Spanish side of my family. So it's just country white. We had turkey, stuffing, corn, mashed potatoes.
See, I also don't like corn.
Love corn. I'm a big cream corn guy. Big cream corn.
And then what are you going for dessert? You going pumpkin pie, apple?
Pumpkin pie.
See,
cheesecake if it's there.
Oh.
My sister makes a great cheesecake.
Who doesn't love a cheesecake?
So good. I don't get how people don't like it.
Should be thrown in prison.
Yeah, but isn't it a pie? We've had this conversation, but it's a pie.
Is it? I don't know how. I don't really know the true difference between a pie and a cake.
I don't think because if pumpkin pie is a pie, cheesecake is the same thing, just cheese-ified.
I mean, hey, listen. All I know is cheesecake. So I see. I'm usually apple pie. I used to love pumpkin pie as a little kid.
Hmm.
I think it was one of those things that like I ate a lot of, so like I don't love it as much anymore.
Hmm.
But a nice piece of apple pie, a little a little vanilla bean ice cream on top. Stop it. Stop
We
it.
didn't get to talk last week. Did you hand out candy for Halloween?
I have never had a trick or treater at this house in the 23 years that I've lived here
We're
because
gonna.
our driveway is like 400 feet.
That's
Like this is not a trick or treating neighborhood. Like all the driveways in the neighborhood are like 300 feet. Like nobody's walking up these driveways.
I was gonna do it. Like I was just gonna do it. I wasn't gonna, like I was just gonna turn on the light, buy some candy, and just do it. But then I thought about Boog, and he would have just had anxiety all night, just like who's at the door? Who's that?
I mean, my nan's neighborhood usually gets some, definitely more when I was younger, because I feel like when I was younger, that's when everybody else had their grandkids there, and now like it would be like great grandkids. My nan's neighborhood is old, obviously, uh, but I don't even think she was home. I think she might have been upstate with my cousin. So we've never had trick or treaters at this house. Does not happen.
My nephew, he got a sick ninja costume, and we got it for him like a couple weeks before Halloween. He was wearing it every day, like up until Halloween.
Hey, he
That's all
loves
he
to
was
see it.
wearing.
Got to get into the spirit.
Oh yeah, if I had a costume because when we were kids, like you couldn't buy it all in one, or else it was super expensive. Like if I was gonna be a ninja, you got to buy the mask, but then you go to Dollar Tree for the sword, and then you got to kind of makeshift your own like fit. But this one we bought on Amazon for like $28, came with everything. I was like, oh my
I
god.
honestly don't remember. Like I knew I dressed up and like went trick or treating, but like I don't even remember what I always was. I remember one year I was a firefighter. I know that. I know another year I was like supposed to be some scary dude because I had like the little heart thing that would like pump the fake blood through the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I wore the mask for like 10 minutes because then it got hot.
Yeah.
But other than that, I literally have no idea what I ever was.
I was Anakin for like 5 straight years when Revenge of the Sith came out. Every year I was like, oh, well, who else would I be other than the Chosen One? Like, what would I do? I think I was like a knight sometimes, and then after that, I think that's when I really started liking sports. So I just be whatever player I wanted to be.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, like, those are really the only two that I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's been 8 minutes of absolutely nothing. With that being said, how about we get into everything? Obviously, we got to go over the NFL, but UFC had a very fun card this weekend.
They did.
What was the main card? 5 knockouts in a row.
Yeah, I believe so. 5 straight.
So, I mean, that was very fun. Obviously, the two big ones on that were the two title fights. You had Aspinall coming away as the interim heavyweight champion, and you got Pereira coming out as the light heavyweight champion. So they're very fun fights there. Aspinall with the first round. I mean, is it Pavlovich, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the man has absolute cinder blocks
Mm-hmm.
in his gloves. I mean, you can see it. Like Aspinall did get hit like one time, sort of, and it was like, okay, I don't want that to happen again. I believe he was on like a 6-fight win streak, all first round KOs, which is absolutely insanity. He catches him with a right on the temple, and then I think he followed up with another right on the temple as he was, kind of going down. Finished him off with the ground and pound and got the W there. Hey, sets up some interesting scenarios. Like, I mean, Dana's basically already said that John Jones and Stipe is happening no matter what, so like, stop asking him. Which, don't get me wrong, I really do want to see, but it's also like unfair in a way.
Why is like I get Stipe, him and DC's rivalry, and then he was kind of the guy for a little bit. I get he's like, probably he's right up there. He's one of the most decorated UFC fighters,
Everybody
arguably the
says
best
he's the
heavyweight.
GOAT heavyweight.
Yeah, so I get it, but he hasn't fought in like 2 years, and now we have a guy who, I mean, if Tom Aspinall and Stipe fought like soon, Tom Aspinall would be the favorite, and I think he'd knock him out too. Like, I think we've seen enough
He's
from Tom
fast.
Aspinall
That
to
man is fast.
he deserves it's just a weird one for Stipe for me. Like, I don't know. Like, he just seems like a different problem.
Where's Arnold going on? Yeah, I mean, who's the guy that just beat Derek Lewis? They said that's next potentially for Aspinall.
Just beat Derek Lewis
In that like boring ass main event on the fight night. It was just
I
5
thought that
rounds of
was
him laying on top of
Pavlovich.
him. Yeah, Pavlovich. There we go. Did you say that?
That's who Derek Lewis last fought, right?
Yeah.
And that's who Aspinall just fought.
No.
So who did
Derek Lewis fight? Oh, I don't know. I think he's a Brazilian guy. It was literally just
yeah. Okay, now I remember. I didn't even watch the fight.
rounds
That's
of
why
him laying on top of him doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I didn't watch that fight. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. I don't know why I did.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird situation in the heavyweight because you got Aspinall who just proved, I'm the top dog right now, and then obviously when John Jones is healthy, but he's still like 8 months out. I mean, he tore the pec off the bone.
I mean, he said that. Dana said that he was already in physical therapy. Which, by the way, did you see that clip when he said that? He goes. John Jones is already in rehab.
Yeah.
He goes. Sorry, physical therapy, and then he just couldn't stop laughing to himself. I thought it was fantastic.
I mean, but still, physical therapy doesn't mean he's, on his way. You start physical therapy as soon as you can to start the process, but he tore the pec off the bone. Like that's going to take longer.
Barbecue, this would be great, but not when you're talking about your ligaments. You know what I mean?
I think it should be Stipe Aspinall for the interim, and then winner fights John Jones when he's ready. I just don't get why Stipe is still just being handed it.
I think they should just strip John.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that or why he didn't give it up, because I feel like Aspinall should be champ right now. Like, it shouldn't be interim.
And then, you move up. Light heavyweight was the main event. Obviously, Pereira and Prohaska. What do you think of the stoppage? Obviously, everybody thought it was kind of early at the beginning, and then Yuri came out. I believe it was the next day. It was like, yeah, I was kind of out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, if he kept it going, I think I could have, gotten my wits about me again, but not a bad call. Obviously, I didn't think it was that bad of a call. At first, I mean, he dropped him sort of. Then he got him with the elbows in the side of the head, and then he kind of, fell back. Like,
mm-hmm.
You can only see so much as a referee. Like, the dude just is taking elbows to the side of the head, not doing anything, and then he falls onto his back. Like, I don't know. Pretty solid stoppage for me. Obviously, Pereira calls out Izzy, tells him to, move up. Dana after said, I mean, I don't think he should get it right away. Maybe fight somebody at 205, and then if he beats him, then you give him the title shot. I doubt Izzy would want to do that. So kind of, interesting ways to go there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know who he fights next to defend his belt.
Actually,
no, it's Jamal Hill.
Yeah, it's got to be Jamal Hill because he was the champ, and then he got hurt playing basketball. So, because that's a weird situation for, like, why does Stipe get an automatic title fight, but with Jamal, it's like, well, maybe Adesanya. It's like, no, Jamal was champion. Like, he should be next in it. The stoppage, I think it was just a bad look. Like, I agree. I think a couple more punches, and it probably would have been a lot worse for Yuri. Because, like you said, he kind of got wobbled, and then he was like trying to kind of do a takedown, and Pereira landed like 4 or 5 really nice elbows, and then he got to the ground, and like right when the refs jumped in, like Pereira was in top mount, like Yuri was like putting his like arms up, like he was still like there, but Alex was in top mount and was about to let some haymakers fly. So I think it was probably the right stoppage, but I mean, I also think stoppages depend on who's in the fight. Like, you don't stop a Justin Gaethje or Michael Chandler fight the same way you stop, like, some lower ranked guys that get knocked out easily. Like, I think this is one I would have liked to see go on a little longer, see if Yuri could somehow rally. Because, I mean, this fight was, we talked about it last time, like Ultimate Warrior type vibes.
Bro, that was the most intense stare down in the cage I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I literally watching it, goosebumps, and I don't and like that sounds like super corny, honestly, but like, but that also never happens to me. Like I don't know what it was about this fight, but when they were staring at each other like in the octagon, I was like, bro, I literally feel like I'm watching like BC.
This is Mortal Kombat. Like,
no, literally, that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like I was
someone's
watching
gonna
like
die.
the samurais of whenever the hell, like about to go into battle. I was like, what is this? Like these people realize that they're not actually going to die.
Yeah,
like
it was crazy.
That was like the most like just never like never broke eye contact, just straight killer face the whole time. I was like, yeah, bro, like what are we doing here?
Yeah,
but hey, it was fun. We'll see where everybody goes from there, and we'll go to the NFL.
When's the next pay-per-view? It's not
December 6th or 16th, something
that's,
like that.
who's that?
I think that's Leon and Colby.
And that it's Pantoja, right? Pantoja's on.
Yeah.
Patty versus Ferguson, are they on that too? That's a nice card, if I'm thinking.
Well, I saw like, could you imagine though a UFC 300 card where it was be like
Connor and
whoever,
Connor
and Chandler, and then you would have like, bro. I mean, screw it. If you wanted to put together a super card, you just do Jones, Stipe, Connor. I was about to say Alvarez, Chandler, and then you just make the Izzy Pereira fight.
Yeah, I mean, because Connor versus Chandler.
Here's the real question. What order of fights do you do it?
See, because that is weird. Like Connor's not going to be a title fight, but it is he is pay-per-view. Like
I think I would go the Izzy Pereira fight first, Connor Chandler second, and then Stipe and John.
It'll probably wind up being that if that is the card. Like if John Jones is on there and Connor's on there, it's probably going to go to John Jones because it's a title fight. But man, how do you have Conor McGregor on a card?
Did they ever fight on the same card? I wonder. Probably not.
It'd be tough. I doubt it. Because Connor's run was kind of right when John was getting into all the consistent.
Connor's run will like randomly pop up on my TikTok a lot, and I sit there and watch it every time. It'll never happen again. It's not going to happen again.
I've never watched a full Khabib fight. Him and Khabib.
I haven't either.
It's UFC posted it a couple weeks ago. It's in my watch.
It's weird, and maybe this is like a bad thing out of me, but like when I like the person or team, I cannot watch them lose.
Yeah.
Like it pisses me off and like gets me sad. Yeah, that's why I haven't that Conor McGregor documentary that came out on Netflix. Haven't watched it. Have not because I think like three of them. They go through like several of his fights, and the Khabib fight's in it, the Poirier fight is in it, and then I think there's one more that he loses. So like I know that happens. I'm like, bro, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, I hate that too. Yeah, that's the worst.
Like I love the NFL mic'd up and things. Patriots lost in the Super Bowl. Never, haven't seen it. Or like the
I always get Super Bowl 50 recommended. It's always like young star quarterback versus Broncos. Get that off of my feed. Why would you even?
I mean, bro, how do you think I feel though? Like every time I want to go through like best plays in Super Bowl history, number 1 or 2 is always the helmet catch. I'm like, you guys are such scumbags. It's not even a great play. It's luck. Nothing but luck.
It's a great play.
Yeah, all right. This man probably had a piece of gum stuck on his helmet on accident.
All skill.
That's bro. I would really give up the 3 Super Bowls that the Patriots won, like that I saw for that one.
The undefeated,
just an unbelievable team that had no business losing. Randy had 27 touchdowns or something like that.
I don't know if I'd rather have the Cam Super Bowl or
another one. Brian. I cannot watch that Philly Super Bowl. That Philly Super Bowl pisses me off to no end because Brady threw for like 505 yards in that game, and they lost.
Philly special. Got a statue.
It's weird though. That is the one that pisses me off the least because my brother's an Eagles fan. So I was like, it was weird. Like I was watching it with him, and we're so like we're like different in that end. We're like my middle brother Michael, like not like super loud or like talkative or things like that. Like when like with me, he is obviously I'm his brother and like people that he
Right.
knows, like his friends, but like reserved, whatever. Like if you were to meet him, hi, I'm Michael, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Where like I'd walk up to you like whatever, start joking with you immediately. So like him watching the game, it's like, oh yeah, like let's go, and then they win. He's like, all right. I'm
Right.
like, bro, I was sitting. I won't forget watching the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl. They got that curse. I believe it was curse, right? That got
Yeah,
that
yeah,
curse
yeah.
down the
The
sideline.
deep ball. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Immediately got up, walked out of the room, punched we have like a metal door that separates the two rooms downstairs. Just boxed it, and then came back in sick. Then they get the Super Bowl, or the Super Bowl, get the interception, jumping up and down, screaming.
Yeah. No, with Super Bowl 50. My sister isn't even a Broncos fan. She was a Colts fan, and then was just Peyton Manning. And I'm sitting there decked out Panthers gear, everything, Newton jersey on. I was sitting on a same similar chair to what I'm on, rolling
Yeah.
computer chair. And man, when it got towards the end, and my sister was just teasing me because to her it's not that big of a deal, but for
Bro,
me it
that's
was
what I hate too.
everything. It was
Oh
my
my,
entire life.
bro, you don't have to like. I'm psychotic. Like I've come to realize that by now, because like I remember the Patriots in those Super Bowls. I would wake up on Super Bowl day. It felt like I was going to
It
vomit
is game day.
profusely.
Like
No, literally, I am
it
on
is.
that team.
Yes.
Like I would go downstairs, wings, pizza, the dip,
Mhm.
everything, blah blah blah. Sitting down to watch it with my parents, my brothers, whatever, or whoever was there at the time. You're not going to eat?
Mhm.
Nah, nauseous,
I can't.
bro.
I
Like,
have an upset
what are you
stomach.
talking about? Like, why am I not, like? I should like. I am literally psychotic. The fact that it meant that much to me, just
I
I
remember.
love sports. Obviously, want to work in sports, do whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that it can affect my emotions so much really is disgusting.
Oh, my day to day is all sport. Like if something goes wrong, it just.
See it, and it's weird too now, like rooting for the Patriots because they're not good.
Mhm.
That like it doesn't annoy me as much anymore because like I have such low expectations for them that
Yeah.
like, and also like I kind of want to, I just want a quarterback, bro. Like Max should never be allowed to step on a football field again. Nonetheless, take a snap from center and be able to throw.
Shoot, it's either that or a fake spike to the triple
I,
coverage. Those are your
it's fine.
options.
It's fine with me though. I hope it continues to happen.
Why not Malik Cunningham?
Nothing I want more than for them to lose out. And it's not going to happen because, like, I think they play the Giants again, or not again, but they play the Giants. Giants. I mean, if they still have Tommy DeVito, they'll win that game. They beat the Jets 15 times in a row, so I'm kind of hoping that that comes to an end. Although I love the fact that we beat the Jets that many times in a row, I find it so funny. Like I kind of wanted to continue, but like not like I just want that 2-15 season. Drake May, Caleb Williams. Although Caleb Williams is kind of starting to scare me, and like maybe it's just that whole thing with like
He
I
hasn't
don't know.
looked
Listen, I'm sorry, he's giving me the Dak. He's
like
scaring me.
I've said it multiple times, like on this show, leading in even during the college football season. I was like, "There's," because I brought up the idea that if the Cardinals get the first pick and want Caleb, should he just stay another year? I've said before, like, there's nothing he could do to drop his stock. He's not doing too much to drop. Like, he's not playing good, but other guys are balling. Like,
Bro,
that's
but it's
just
not
what's
even
going
that
on.
too. Like, have you seen the whole like stat comparison against like non-ranked teams and then ranked teams?
Yeah, but I think
That
for
scares me. I don't want
well,
Dak.
Lincoln Riley has never recruited a defensive player ever in his
Yeah,
entire
no,
life.
no, but that's the defense. He plays worse.
So
Like,
Caleb's got to score at least 65 to force overtime against good
no.
teams.
But I'm not even talking about wins and losing. I'm talking about his literal
Yeah, his
stats.
numbers
Like
aren't good. Like they're not.
QBR,
They're
the
not.
interceptions
Yeah,
he throws, touchdowns are less. Like that. That scares me. And listen,
yeah,
I don't watch enough
yeah.
college football to probably actually be scared by that. I mean, listen, Saturdays I'd rather watch Full House, which, by the way,
You still on that?
bro, I'm incredibly sad. I'm on the last season, season 8. And it also made me even sadder because I've come to realize that there's no actual ending to Full House.
That was just one of those off air. Like it's
Yeah,
done.
like I looked it up and like they just canceled it after the 8th season because it became too expensive.
Oh,
So I don't even get like
I hate that.
I'm not even getting closure. Like what happened to Michelle, huh?
Those some of my favorite shows of all time. Just no ending.
Like what what did DJ Tanner go on to do?
The Last Man on Earth. That was one of my favorite shows ever. No ending. No real ending. It's tough.
But I don't even know where we were before this, but I think it's been a great show, even though we haven't gone over any of the games yet. I really do.
No, yeah.
I think this has been absolutely Gridiron. You've had fun, haven't you? Back us up here.
There doesn't have to be a set path. We can just,
Josh, you want to know why? Because whose show is it?
Ours.
I mean, listen, we're going to do the show if we never get another viewer again. We're having fun here.
And I didn't make a doc, so it makes it even more like what's next. You
make a good point. DJ Tanner went on to Fuller House, which I have not watched, but maybe after watching Full House, I should watch. I watched like the first 2 episodes, was not into it.
But that's like the reboot they did?
Yeah. But, we'll have to find out.
I haven't watched the Loki finale yet.
I have.
I have not.
I liked Loki. I feel like I have to go back and watch the second season because I'm still kind of confused as to like how everything happened.
I've done that for almost every episode so far. I've gone back and watched because
I am slightly confused as to like there's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like I'm sorry, but it's almost getting to the point where it's like, all right, we need to.
Yeah, and seeing all the stuff about them, like have you seen like how they don't know what they're gonna do? Like
yeah, because of Jonathan Majors and everything.
Yeah, they might be. Well, Jonathan Majors is innocent. I think he got through all that, and now
I thought there's like another trial or something.
No, for the lady that accused him, she's under she's
really?
guilty. Yeah, like he's going after her now because she lied. But
hey, power to.
They're like they might be done with Kang. They might bring back RDJ. There's just they don't know what they're doing.
Evans.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing, and I kind of like it more than if they just continued the path they're on. Like let's just throw some chaos in here because it wasn't working. Like whatever you're trying to do.
Listen, I do want to go see the Marvels though. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still kind of a mark. Like I'm gonna go watch everything.
Oh, I'm not gonna miss any of it.
And listen, I'm very easily pleased. Like I still haven't seen a bad movie.
I saw a bad movie. Actually, I don't think I brought this up yet.
Well, I was gonna say a bad Marvel movie.
Even just movies in general, like generally, it's very hard for me to be like this movie sucks.
The only movie that I've watched recently that I did not like, which everybody else has loved, was Dune. Did you watch Dune?
Well, I think I watched Dune. I
watched like an hour and a half of it, and I turned it off. I was like, bro, like
because it's more of like a setup. Like it's not even a real movie. Like Dune 2 is going to be where it actually all works out, but Dune 1 is kind of misleading because they didn't. I just don't think they advertised it correctly. They should have been like this.
I've heard so many good things. I went to go watch it like probably a year ago when it was on Max, and I was like, "What am I?"
There's a good payoff though. You should finish it. But the movie I saw, because like generally I'm okay with any movie. Like I'll watch it, I'll be like, it wasn't the best, but I didn't hate it. I put on The Meg 2, like The Trench or something.
Oh,
the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
I just don't know how you thought that was going to be good at
I enjoyed the first one. It was kind of funny. I hate oceans. Like I've said on the show, like that's my biggest fear is the ocean and sharks and all that stuff. But this movie is just it's so bad, so bad. I just want to know. I didn't look it up, but I'm curious how much Jason Statham got paid for that because there's no way that's a passion project for him and he's doing it for the love of the game. He had to have gotten
for the love of the game, he says.
Because that movie was awful. And it has my guy, Radon Randall. You ever watch Blue Mountain State?
Have not. Heard great things about it.
Yeah, Radon Randall, star quarterback. He's in it. You got to watch Blue Mountain State. Yeah, you'll love that. Hilarious.
All right, listen. We're going to do this now. We're going to actually have a sports show.
We're talking about sports. Blue Mountain State. It's a football show.
Yeah, true. Hey, Stephanie Tanner threw a hell of a curveball.
Exactly. I don't know who that is.
You got to watch Full House. Full House actually made me giggle like consistently.
I already told you laugh tracks. So I'm probably never gonna watch Full House.
No. But like it's not even like bad laugh tracks though. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like the laugh tracks, like they'll say some things and then put the laugh track behind it. Like I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny. I'm not. Here's the other thing. Here's how you know too that the show was made back then, because like they actually got some good like jabs at each other. Really? I can't remember what it was, but Stephanie, like the middle child of the Tanner family, was talking to the neighbor Kimmy over there, and they're talking about horoscopes or something, and Stephanie was like, "Oh, a horoscope? What is it? Just a picture of you?" And I was like, bro, like hearing it now, I was like, "Oh my god!" That was like interesting. I wasn't expecting this one. But all right, into the NFL. I mean, hell, where do we start? I'm going to start with the Lions and the Chargers because that was definitely the best game. By the way, easiest over I've ever seen in my life. I don't care what the over was in that game. I was picking it. It was 48 and a half. I think at halftime it was 24-24 or 24-21, something of that nature. Like, you were good at halftime. Or no, it might have been, it was 24-17. I remember. It was 24-17 because over on Taking Action, the other show that I do, that was my one of my main picks of the week. The other one was the Jaguars, which did not work out for me. That one was not good. Was definitely expecting a better game in that one, but we're not going to talk about that. But the over was like 48 and a half. I saw that. I was like, yeah, this is the easiest money of all time.
Chargers and Lions, generally when they're facing other people you love the over against each other. Oh yeah. It's just
like Lions, Seahawks over every time that's available whenever they play each other.
Chargers versus anyone with an okay offense. Like Chargers, Dolphins, hammer it even if it's in the high 50s. Like,
if it was the Dolphins and Chargers, I don't care if it was 60.
Like they played week 1, I was all over that. I was like, I don't care who's rusty, who's not. I don't care. Like it's hitting.
Like, you gave me like Chargers, Bills taking it.
Chargers, Chiefs.
Unless it's on a short week, or unless it's like Thursday night, because I saw some stats. Like primetime games, hammer the under.
Yeah,
primetime games have been under very good recently.
I only took advantage of it once, and that was a couple weeks ago. Who'd the Lions play?
On primetime, they played the
Packers, maybe?
No, it was. I know exactly what game. Didn't they play the? No, it wasn't a New York team.
Who did they play?
I'm going to look
Raiders?
It up. Yes, they played the Raiders.
I remember because there was a goal line turnover that was like, oh, beautiful.
That was week 8, I believe, right? Let's take a guess. Yeah, Lions Raiders 26-14.
We should do mid-season awards today. We should.
You want to do mid-season awards?
It's mid-season. We should.
We should do that. But listen, Lions, we keep Super Bowl threat and all that. You got to look. They might get the 1 seed.
Yeah.
The playoffs might run through the Motor City. Because, I mean, have you looked at the Eagles' next 3 games?
I have not. Tough schedule.
Eagles' next 3 games, I believe, is Chiefs, Bills, Cowboys.
Yeah, that sounds like hell.
No. I lied to you. I think it's, I'm just going to look it up to make sure. But I know they play the Chiefs next week. Yeah, Chiefs, Bills, Eagles, Cowboys.
That sounds like absolute hell.
And then the Seahawks.
So that's 5 games?
So they're at the Chiefs, home against the Bills, home against the 49ers, at the Cowboys, at the Seahawks.
What do they finish off with? Because that's like right leading up to the end stretch.
They finish with the Giants, Cardinals, and Giants again. So they'll win their last 3.
This stretch is huge for them, though, to get good. Try to get home field.
Home field, and then listen, I mean, and I'm pretty sure the Cowboy schedule is like a Easter egg.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely good times. I think the Cowboys play the I'm going to look it up just to make sure. Yeah, sorry, Josh, but they play the Panthers, the Commanders, Seahawks in that 3-game stretch.
Tough 3. That's a tough 3-game stretch there.
Yeah, I mean, And meanwhile, the Eagles are playing the Chiefs, Bills, and 49ers.
Just every opponent you could prepare for. That's the toughest one. They're like, yeah, we're going to give you those middle of the season. They already had their bye, right?
Who?
Philly.
Yes. Their bye was this week.
Yeah, it was this week. So, I mean, at least they didn't have a super early bye. This is kind of a good bye for them then. That stretch is going to be tough.
This is going to be a game we're going to discuss later when we do our picks, but I'm going to tell you early. Eagles coming off a bye. Actually, the Chiefs are coming off a bye too because they played in Germany. Ooh, that's a good game.
Travis took a vacation.
And Taylor Swift is out here saying that she loves him during concerts.
She's editing lyrics.
Karma
is a guy on the Chiefs. Are you kidding me?
God, that's a watch. You know that game's going to be 17-10.
Imagine in an alternate universe, it's Mahomes instead, though. Like, that would take the relationship, like, in Superstar.
Listen, let's give it an alternate universe. She likes older gentlemen. She dates Tom Brady.
That'd be crazy.
Bro, that would have broken the world.
That's Jay-Z, Beyonce level.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Superstar right there.
I mean, you're talking Brady and her.
Crazy.
Imagine they coming off Super Bowl 7. He's like, yeah, by the way.
Alternate universe. Her and Creed Humphrey are just in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is certainly an alternate.
They were saying that because the girl that plays Sansa, Brittany Mahomes, they were saying that she's gonna try to set her up with the Chiefs player, and someone photoshopped her and Creed Humphrey. I was like, oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, listen, Sansa's, she's newly single. Her and Joe Jonas, I believe, divorced. I am readily available.
And I do appreciate the Ferrari you allowed me to borrow.
Listen, that's just the type of guy I am.
He's a great guy.
Great guy, some would say. Most would say. Let's see, what else? Cowboys just absolutely steamrolled the Giants, which obviously we're expecting. It's just the same typical thing. Like, you got to do that against a good team, though. Like, are you really impressed that they went out there and destroyed the Giants? Like, I don't know why you should be.
It's a very weird thing because you're right, but I feel like that's in a weird way been every good team this season, though. Like, when they play each other, one of them puts up a stinker, and the other one doesn't exactly ball out. Like the Bills beat the crap out of the Dolphins, who we thought were the best team in the league, and then they're dropping other games they should win. The Chiefs are losing to Denver, who Denver isn't terrible. Like,
they're not as awful as they were to start the year.
No, they're actually decent. Which the movement on the line this week or tonight for the Bills Broncos, I would never bet this game, and I'm a very degenerate gambler. I would never touch this game. It's crazy. It went from 6.5 to 9. Now it's back down to 7.5. It's like, what do you know, Vegas? Huh?
Josh, what are the odds you think I win my fantasy matchup? I'm up 135 to 142. He has James Cook. I got the Bills defense. So I'm up 7 basically. With the Bills defense, he has James Cook. So I'll be up 17 at the start of the game, and then obviously
I'll say I don't love your odds because I was watching Hammer Down, which is the gambling show with Pat's show.
Dan.
Yeah, and Ty came on, and he is also playing a team with James Cook. And he says every time that happens, that player goes off, and James Cook needs 2 touchdowns to beat Ty. So the fact that you and Ty are both like James Cook don't go off.
And it's so annoying because I had such a solid week. I mean, I'm talking 21, 23 from my running backs.
I had 30, a terrible week. I've been on a bad stretch.
30 from St. Brown. I beat you last week. Is that why you didn't want to do the show, Josh?
I didn't even set my lineup last week, I don't think.
Yes, you did.
I did. I just didn't pick up the defense I wanted.
Tank down went crazy.
But this week, how did I do this week? I haven't even checked.
Let me take a gainer for you, pal.
I don't think
right now. Yeah, you got smoked.
Yeah, because
you are down. You're right now. You have 97.8 points total. person you are playing has 95.9 points, but they still have just small people. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and Dalton Kincaid left to play.
So I got a shot.
Yeah. You just need a, tragic.
I have no one left.
No, not a single soul.
See, this is what happens. It always goes. In the other league, and the y'all got any more than league, I don't think I had a single person other than Tank Dell go over double digits.
Yeah,
I got Tyreek Hill, Tony Pollard, Breece Hall.
Well, I hope Tyreek Hill didn't have any points on a bye.
Yeah, you're right. But who else? So many. DJ Moore.
I think CJ Stroud and Tank Dell are staying in my lineup moving forward.
A smart decision.
Well, I didn't have Tank Dell in this week because I got St. Brown. He's never moving. I feel like you can't take Devontae Adams out. And then I had DK in at the flex instead of him, which he was because he was playing Washington. They've given up the most 20-yard plays in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. He played well. Like, everybody on my team did well. St. Brown got me 30. Devontae got me 14. And DK got me 16. Tank Dell had 18. And the craziest part, too, is I was really going to bench Devontae. I really was. I was looking at him in Tank, and I was like, no, I really think Devontae is not going to do well. And don't get me wrong, 14 points, solid, right? But, I really wanted to take him out, and I just never did.
Tough one.
And, of course, it doesn't help that I was going up against, Justin Herbert, 28 points. And also doesn't help. I would be up even more, but CJ Stroud, an interception, 2 fumbles. Right there, 6 points.
Yeah. These last 4 games, I think I've 1-3 in that league. And before this stretch, I was like, all right, no Achane. I got to lock in. I got to lock in, do the research, tendencies, and all that.
That's where I'm at right now. If I don't win this game, the playoff chances are just not good. And I have never, ever missed the playoffs in a fantasy league.
Yeah, I'm 5-5 in that league. I think I don't like my chances too much. Achane's back though.
I'm 4-5. So
it says I'm 5-5, right? Because I think I was 5-4.
You're 5-4 there, brother.
I'm 5-4.
Don't sell yourself short. I mean, don't get me wrong. You'll be 5-5 after this week.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I thought you were counting.
Oh no.
You're right. Don't count it yet. I can't count this loss yet. I can't.
Yeah, listen. Josh Allen, first play of the game, he throws a jump ball up to Stephon. Actually, I can't even say that. I was going to talk about.
I know exactly what's going to coin toss. Diggs and Allen are both going to be out there, and a Denver player is going to be like, "Hey, you both suck butt," and then they're going to start throwing punches at that guy. Ejected, gone, and then Dalton Kincaid's just going to not have a good game. So there we go. That's the winning formula. I need who's Pat Surtain. Go piss him off. Let's get this done.
Ravens took an L to the Browns this week in an unbelievable game. Deshaun Watson looked like he never played football in the first half of the game. And then came out the second half of the game and was like, oh, yeah, I used to be really good. I should try doing that again. And had an unbelievable second half. They end up winning that game. I believe there was 5 game-winning field goals kicked this week in the 1 o'clock window.
Just absolute hell for gamblers. Absolute hell.
I mean, they won on a field goal. Texans won on a field goal. Let's see. This is a 4 o'clock window, but the Cardinals won on a field goal. The Lions did as well. Seahawks did as well.
Yep.
So, I mean, 5 games this week on game-winning field goals, not in the 1 o'clock window. But
that Chargers-Lions game, I know we already kind of touched on it, but that was because we'll get to our picks later, but that was the deciding game on who, kind of got the edge this week.
I can't believe you picked the Chargers.
I can't believe Dan Campbell went for that 4th down, and I can't believe he got it.
I also can't believe that I didn't read your text closer and saw that you picked the Jets for Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm absolutely disgusted that I never went back and looked because there's no way I would have picked the Jets. Zach Wilson, you ready to give up? Please.
No, because Garrett Wilson had a couple plays he could have made that would have won in the game. A ball right through his hands on 2nd and long, and then a ball that, if Garrett Wilson is the dog we all know he is, that deep ball on their last drive that was right in his arms, Like, yeah, it was good coverage, but if you're Garrett Wilson, you got to make that play. That's first and goal. That's a game winner.
This guy.
So all I'm saying is
not that Zach Wilson interception, right?
That interception was awful. It was a bad throw, bad timing. But Zach Wilson then, when they got the ball back, did give a ball to Garrett Wilson that was first and goal. No, actually, that was the drive with the interception. So that's Zach made the play before.
This guy.
Listen, I'm not saying he's going to be a Mahomes guy. I'm just saying he can get the job done.
Guy. He will. He is a career backup quarterback.
Well, when Dalvin Cook's averaging -6 yards a carry and Breece Hall, he's getting taken out every first and third down, which are the downs we should probably use him more. And Al Nazard's got butterfingers.
Career backup. Taylor Heineke at best.
No, he's much better.
Max career is Taylor Heineke. Just telling you.
All I'm saying is we should stop feeling so bad for everybody else. I mean, they gave up 19 to Aiden O'Connell. Like, great job, defense. Aiden O'Connell's piecing you up. This is supposed to be a Super Bowl level defense, and you're giving up 19 to Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, and Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs.
The team just fired their head coach. It's hell over there.
You know that makes teams better. Whenever the head coach gets fired, they're automatically 3 levels better.
But they're still adjusting, and it's a rookie quarterback who's not that good. But this defense, Super Bowl level, only a couple guys you got to cover on that team. They traded everybody else away. Free my guy, Zach.
Yeah, free him from the NFL. Please, I'm sick and tired of watching. Hey, listen, Gridiron, don't you worry. Welcome back. Hope the internet is going to,
There's some episodes of this show where, you'd think I'm streaming on potato right now, the way my things work out sometimes. So I understand. Let's do
our midseason awards then, huh?
Let's do it.
How about we'll save the MVP for last. Obviously, that's the big one. How about we go with Defensive Rookie of the Year, Josh?
Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, I know Jalen Carter seems like just the obvious pick because it feels like every time he's on the field, he's having a huge impact on the play. But I think I want to go with Brian Branch. That Detroit defense is like they got guys over there. Obviously Aiden Hutchinson, CJ GJ. They got guys over there, but I feel like the addition of Brian Branch has, brought them so much in the run game and in the pass game. He's made big plays all season for them. So I'm going to go with Brian Branch.
Yeah, listen, I know it's the obvious pick, but I am going to go with Carter.
Tackles for loss. Not the wrong.
No, tackles for loss, sacks. I mean, he just makes an unbelievable defensive line just that much better. And, he's been just unbelievable this year. And crazy thing is, like, everybody in the NFL keeps saying, too, like, the dude has no idea that he's even good.
No.
Like, when he actually learns, like, proper things, how much better he's going to be. So I'm excited to watch that as well. I mean, can we be honest here? Is Offensive Rookie of the Year really a question?
Not really. I think it's pretty locked up.
If you don't say CJ Stroud, you're just trying to be that guy.
Maybe if he winds up winning Offensive Player of the Year or MVP, it'll go to Jordan Addison. Maybe. But
I just don't feel like that counts.
Nah, CJ Stroud has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league thus far. No. So yeah, very obvious.
I mean, the only way it could have been different is if Stroud had these exact stats, but like Puka kept up his first 5 weeks.
Yeah. This is turning into a scenario where I'm like, we made the wrong pick because CJ Stroud might be the best quarterback to ever touch a football. So in that situation, we might have.
I mean, what's the last rookie quarterback to be this good? Like rookie, not like eventually got good like Trevor Lawrence or somebody.
RG3 and Cam were the last quarterbacks where it was like their team instantly flipped, kind of.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck was AFC Championship his rookie year. There haven't been too many.
And I don't think that the team will get there. Like, I don't think he'll be able to carry them that far, like AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks so poised back there.
Passing touchdown, rushing touchdown, most yards in the game, tied for the most amount of touchdowns in the game last week. Like,
the effortless throws just was kind of.
And you know what the craziest part, too, is? I don't know what it is. Maybe him and Mahomes, but like him and Mahomes are the only people I swear that they run around, do whatever, chuck a ball downfield, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then there's a wide open wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like there were 3 or 4 plays this week where Stroud ran around and then threw it downfield. And I'm like, oof, probably rookie mistake there. And somebody is there's nobody within
Schultz
6
is,
yards of the wide receiver.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz is just 20 yards away from the
I'm
nearest
like,
defender.
I'm like, this does not happen. I swear to God, it doesn't happen.
It's a scramble drill. The Texans seem to work on it a lot.
I mean, the offensive line definitely isn't very good, so I'm sure that they have, but like every time it works, I swear.
Yeah.
How about the defensive player of the year?
Yeah, this is a tight race. I think there's a lot of names in it right now. If I had to pick, because it's weird, I want to say Myles Garrett, but I also want to say Danielle Hunter because he should really be in the conversation as well. He's not as highly touted as, Max Crosby, TJ, Myles Garrett, but what Danielle Hunter's been doing this season is insane. Like his pressure, he's making everything happen for that defense. I'll pick Myles Garrett because I think he's been taking over games. Like he's single-handedly kept the Browns in games this season. But I think Danielle Hunter, if he continues to play this, should have a shot at it.
I am going to go with Max Crosby.
Plays every snap.
I was going to say, plays 100% of the snaps. Really is the only pass rusher that's effective on his team. So all the attention is on him, and he's still, what does he have, like 9.5 sacks or something of that nature?
I think he has crazy amount of tackles for edge rusher.
He has like 40 QB pressures as well, which I think is the most in the league. Like he has been just an absolute dog.
Yeah, he's a beast. Like awesome tattoos too.
Unbelievable.
Got some sick tattoos.
And he's one of the boys.
Oh yeah.
He's valid everywhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
How about the offensive player of the year?
Yeah, I think this could wind up being down to the wire as well between two obvious guys, but I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill up to this point. I think just the pace he's on and, the impact we all know he has and what he's been doing. And, CMC missing a couple, or I think he missed one game maybe, if that. Did he miss
I don't think CMC's missed anything.
He didn't miss a game after that?
No, with the oblique, they thought he was going to, and then he never did, but he just,
Yeah, obviously he's on a crazy pace. The amount of touchdowns he has and will end up with is going to be a crazy.
So sad that his touchdown streak came to an end.
I know they tried.
They tried so hard.
Yeah, I mean,
4 straight plays up like 30 points. They were like, please.
Yeah, they tried it, but that's going to be a tight race. But I think Tyreek Hill deserves it right now.
I'm gonna go with AJ Brown. He had the 5 straight games or something like that with 125 plus yards.
Mm-hmm.
He's had, a good amount of touchdowns as well. And I'm going to throw another person in there that will absolutely not be there at the end of the year, but I'm also going to throw him because I think he deserves flowers. Who do you think I'm going to say, Josh?
There's a player I'm thinking of, but I think we both think he will be there in the end. So I think you might be thinking of someone else.
Who are you thinking of?
CeeDee Lamb.
No, it's not CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
I feel
probably won't be Keenan Allen.
No. It's my guy.
Amon-Ra. Yeah.
I mean, he's tied with. I believe he's tied with what's his name? With AJ Brown for the most 100-yard games this season. He scores touchdowns pretty consistently. I believe he had I don't know. He's just been unbelievable.
No one could stick with him on Sunday. Not a single person could. It was pissing me off so much.
He is a shifty man.
Yeah, no one could hang.
4th round pick too.
Yeah, he's a beast. Absolutely.
You know that he has the most catches of anybody in that draft class?
What?
That was a Jamar Chase.
That is great. Yeah, because he remembers the name. Yeah, that's a good draft class too, receiver wise.
4th round, and he had 4th round. He has the most catches. Obviously, I love St. Brown. I would pick Jamar Chase over him. I think is Jefferson in that draft too?
No, Jefferson was a year before.
I can't remember who exactly.
That's what I'm trying to think now.
Let me look up the Jamar Chase draft class.
That might be like Jerry Judy.
That was the 21 class.
Is that Jerry Judy? CeeDee Lamb, I think, might be in that. No, CD was Jeffrey. No. I get those draft classes are so close. They're like right after each other.
So you
Like
you
three
got
straight.
Jamar Chase, you got Jalen Waddle,
Waddle.
you got Devonta Smith. Let's see. That's only round one. I mean, even those three though. That's
Yeah, I mean, for Amon-Ra to have as many as like Jamar, it's crazy.
I think he has like I can't remember the exact number, but I know he has more than everybody else in that class, which is unbelievable to me.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So I don't think he'll actually be there, but I always like to give him flowers. How about the coach of the year?
Coach of the year. I mean, it's probably going to flip like week after week. I think MCDC is probably the front runner. Him or Sirianni are probably the two front runners right now because, I mean, we know the Eagles are good, but like Sirianni's a big part of that too to like keep this team together. They lost their OC and DC like off of a Super Bowl reaching team. And it's not easy to just, plug in new coaches there and keep the team together. And
No.
the Eagles have, they haven't looked as perfect as they did last year, but they've barely lost a beat. They're still very good. I think them, but, if the Texans keep doing this, it's
I was going to say, I mean, listen, should I don't know.
Mid-season, I'll go MCDC. Mid-season, I'm going MCDC.
Like mid-season, I don't know if I'm really like actually giving out the awards or I'm just kind of throwing flowers because I feel like I would really go with D'Amico Ryans.
Really? You think like up to this point he's coach of the year?
Like for a team that had no expectations,
mm-hmm.
because you have a rookie quarterback, obviously, you're a brand new head coach, and like they're bought in.
Yeah.
The offensive line is still not good. It's a bad offensive line.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got Tank Dell playing great as a rookie. Obviously, Stroud's been unbelievable. The defense, isn't locking people down, but they're way better than I thought they were going to be.
Ogunbowale's not a kicker, but he's doing all the things kickers do.
And that's like, I don't know. I am very impressed with the job that he has done with that team.
Yeah, I think full season I would take D'Amico, but up to this point, I mean, the Lions probably best team behind the Eagles in the league. So I think I'd go with MCDC.
Yeah, it's like
I also just really want to see award ceremony speech from MCDC. I feel like the world would be very appreciative of it.
I mean, I'm not mad at Dan Campbell at all.
And we got in-season Hard Knocks coming for the Dolphins soon.
Dolphins. Yeah.
Very excited for that. Mike McDaniel, you don't like him though. I think you don't like him.
I liked him at the beginning. He's getting corny to me. Like it's kind of gotten to that point where like I get so much of it that I'm just like, it's kind of what they did for me with Mahomes, where like everything he does is the greatest thing ever. So like I hate him now.
Mahomes in my auto.
That commercial doesn't bother me.
I like
those. But you know what I mean though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean.
Like McDaniels with the halftime interviews, like he runs into the locker room. They posted 16 times. Mike McDaniels, you're so funny. Like, all right, bro, really? Like, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say a big Ayo, but then you've kind of forced me to like think about every word I say. Like I was like you were like they just always show. I was like, yeah, that's like they're shoving it down your throat. Like it's because that's a common saying, but I can't say it here because
Josh, you can say whatever you want. I'm here to support you.
Mine's in the gutter.
I don't know why you would ever say that. MVP though, MVP.
This is a wide open race, honestly. I think it's Jalen Hurts right now. I think it's just the obvious kind of one. I think he's taking care of the ball better than the top guys have. And he's made the plays when he's needed to most of the time. Mahomes and Allen, like they just haven't really been doing that. Lamar should be in the conversation. There's like three guys in the conversation that I think rightfully could be there right now, and I think it's Lamar, it's Hurts, and it's Herbert. But Herbert put a couple stinkers back to back. So I think I'm going to go Hurts.
I would have loved to see Herbert's full season without that broken finger.
We're getting close to free Herbert levels. Like, it's crazy.
I've been there.
But I don't like. I love Keenan Allen and Everett and Eckler and
Yeah,
Mike Williams when
but I
healthy.
hate Brandon Staley with a
It's
passion. 0-4 in
literally,
1-4 games.
literally. Like that team has too. Herbert's way too good for, and he's still super young. But we're getting to a point where it's like, hey, let's start getting him in deep playoff runs now.
Well,
He's
yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. Because like, here's the thing: once Keenan Allen retires, what do you have? Then you got to find a new number one.
And they don't. It looks like they don't trust Quentin Johnston a lot. I mean, he got his touchdown, which I did bet on. That was a bet of mine. I don't know where it came from, but when I was scrolling anytime touchdown,
You had to have gotten good value for that.
Yeah, it was like plus 430.
I was gonna say if it was less than 350, you got robbed.
Yeah, I think it was plus 430 when I saw it, and I was like, oh, I love that for no reason at all. Just loved it. But I mean, Herbert, we're getting close to the free Herbert, but I've just barely taken Hurts over Lamar, just barely.
Can I be annoying again? And I really am going full bore with this whole thing. What do you think I'm going to say right now that I just said all
You
that?
say Amon Rob gonna be
No.
He's the best in the world. You go. I mean,
It's none of the people you named.
So it's a quarterback?
It is a quarterback. None of the people you named though.
Is it Jared Goff?
No, but honestly, he deserves some love.
Yeah,
Jared Goff has been great this year.
He's balling.
Listen, we said it earlier. CJ Stroud is not that
You're
far
going
off.
to CJ. Okay.
Like, he's really not that. He has 2 interceptions the entire season.
He carries the ball.
I believe it's 15 touchdowns. I don't know how many he has rushing. I know he has at least one because he got one this week. I mean, he's just playing good football, man.
Yeah, he is.
Like 15 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, like over 2,500 yards somewhere. You know, they're obviously a 5 touchdown game. Like, with a bad offensive line, I'm just very impressed, I guess. And I'm probably getting I'm definitely prisoner of the moment.
I'm just letting you know, it can't happen. I can't have it.
Oh no, you'll be disgusted.
I can't have it. It is already hard enough.
CJ Stroud goes on to win like
I don't
4
think
MVPs. Bryce Young's out of the league in 3 years.
I can't. I don't know what I'd probably still be like. Well, you know, if Tepper did this or that, I'd probably still do that. But it is so tough right now to just be like, yeah, CJ's good, but like it's tough to just still do it because I didn't even say I wanted Bryce over CJ during the draft. I said I was happy with either, but the fact that CJ is just
the fact that you had the choice.
Yeah. But even it's not even so much the choice. It's like because I don't know anything about Bryce yet, but we know CJ is an absolute dog. Like,
see, that's why I'm kind of glad that like that Mac fell to the Patriots.
Yeah,
because it's not like I had the choice and like we went with him.
Yeah,
it was like he was there. They needed a quarterback. They were like, okay, I think this guy's pretty good.
But Bryce.
Like, see, I do it with wide receivers though. Like the fact that AJ Brown's not a Patriot makes me want to throw my head against a wall.
Yeah, Bryce is on his second play caller, and the trade deadline was like not even 14 days ago. Okay, so I can't be like,
gosh, you know what they say about stuff like that. It's not what you want.
No, but if you look historically through 7 games. Historically, you would rather have Bryce Young than CJ Stroud. If you look at the end result, the guys that had amazing rookie seasons, a lot of them fell off. But the guys that had rough starts, they're balling now.
Listen, if that's gonna help you sleep at night,
that's all I need. I just gotta get there. Only got 9 more games left of this bullshit, and then I can off-season time, baby. It's all thunder then. Chet Rookie of the Year.
Do you want to go into everything else? You want to just do our picks? Get out of here.
Did we miss what game? We miss any games?
I think
Kyler's return.
Kyler, yeah, looked good.
Looked amazing, honestly. Like
bro, that play that he had where he ran like 45 yards around like a little toddler who stole a phone and then slid for the first down is unbelievable.
Yeah, classic Kyler play there. It's good to see him back. I'm still very curious to see what Arizona does in the offseason because,
Josh Dobbs is a dog, by the way.
Absolute weapon. Absolute weapon.
Man didn't even know where the home locker room was. Went out there and won a game.
Yeah, that was one of the games I was mad I picked the Saints. That was a stupid.
Yeah, I appreciate that one too.
That was a stupid pick. I'm also confused. Like when he got out of the elevator and they were pointing to the locker room, it's like, well, he's been there a while, a little longer now. Like he couldn't
Yeah,
get
but
to
you
the
don't
locker
practice
room.
in the stadium.
But they didn't give him a tour.
Hey, that's a good point. It's a valid
Like I
question.
get the last week, I get the first one because he just got there 4 days ago. But now we're talking
It's a valid statement.
10 days later.
Can't lie to you. It's a valid
You
statement.
think, what if, because Kirk Cousins is a free agent, what if Dobbs balls out? Does Dobbs get a good contract? Like a Geno?
I don't think that Kirk was coming back to the Vikings anyway.
I don't think so either. Do you think that if Kyler is available?
I mean, hell, this could be a Geno Smith situation.
That's what I'm thinking because Dobbs has played really good football. So if they get to the playoffs.
And they don't even have Justin Jefferson yet.
Yeah. And I don't think, Dobbs is going to be demanding too much money.
Oh,
I think he'll be pretty happy with
at this point, the fact that he's not
contract.
a backup and just playing.
I think he's going to be in a Daniel Jones, I'm him type situation.
No. I think he'll get you know what the craziest part is? I was going to say he's going to get a smaller contract, but I think that will be $32 million.
Yeah, literally. It's he'll only get 28 over 5, something like that.
But it's also weird. I don't know if it would be with the Vikings.
Right.
Oh, comeback player of the year. You're right. I mean, DeMar Hamlin is still the betting favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know if I sound like a scumbag saying it, but he hasn't played.
Yeah, he has not.
I understand the whole thing, obviously. It's not, that difficult to, understand.
By no means is Connie saying it's not one of the more impressive human feats of what DeMar.
Listen, he is 10 times the human being I will ever be in my life.
We all love DeMar.
10 times the human being I will ever. The fact that he even went to a practice after what happened.
That he still has the drive to be out there.
Yeah, listen, that happens to me. I am wrapping myself in a bubble
and
never leaving the crib again.
Yeah.
I probably made a little money in the NFL. I could probably live for a solid while. I'm good.
Yeah.
And the fact that he
I don't think I'm thinking about money anymore.
But he hasn't played.
And some guys who went through some very serious injuries and came back are balling, which makes it tough to be he has the more impressive comeback, but I don't think that's what comeback player of the year is. I think it's about football. It should be about the guys. Who do you think is right now? Because I think Lamar is definitely up there in conversation for comeback player of the year.
But that's the thing too. The NFL comeback player of the year is the dumbest award.
Yeah.
Because comeback player of the year, you can have a bad season and then be considered comeback player.
Geno Smith.
Josh Dobbs could legitimately win it.
That is true.
He goes from backup and being absolutely nothing to having a solid season. He could become back.
And he played the last game of the Titan seasons last year, so he wasn't missing time. It was
he legitimately can be the comeback player of the year, which makes no sense to me. I think it's the dumbest thing ever.
I think it'll probably be DeMar.
Oh no, it 100% will be. I'm just saying, I want to know what the parameters are.
Who else is even in the conversation? I'm trying to think, but it's so hard to think of injuries from last year.
Yeah, I mean, I can barely remember what I did this morning.
I don't know. Lamar's the only one I can think of, and his injury feels like it wasn't that quick.
I'm trying to think of, obviously you first go to quarterbacks who got hurt. But, I don't think anybody really got – I mean, Kyler obviously got hurt last year. If he played from the beginning of the season, I would say so. But, I think it's too late unless he just goes crazy. TJ wins comeback player. Was he hurt last year? I thought he had 22 and a half sacks last year.
Yeah, didn't he?
I thought he tied the sack record last year.
Look up the odds.
Yeah, let me let's see. NFL
a single player.
Let's take a gander here. We got
Tua? Is Tua?
I see. That's a valid one. There's a reason it's not giving me names. It's just giving me a graph. What is this? Oh. That is the look at. All right, so DeMar, Tua, Lamar, Dobbs, and Brees Hall
Really?
are the top 5 according to this website.
Comeback player is a weird award because, yeah, that is weird. So because if anyone is coming back,
so on November 7th, the odds are DeMar Hamlin's minus 128, Tua's plus 238, Lamar's plus 825, Dobbs is plus 900, and Brees Hall's plus 1200.
Honestly, if you've got some money to throw around, throw that on DeMar because it's almost a guarantee he's going to win it. But now that questions are being raised, what do you say? Minus what?
Minus 128. So he is the betting favorite.
I might sprinkle something on that because the NFL is going to be about their publicity.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless.
The closest it ever got was September 26th. DeMar was a minus 108.
Really? A couple more games from Tua, I might hop on there.
So.
I'm off FanDuel now.
You're off FanDuel.
But when I started winning, they basically said, you can't use this website anymore. Every time I click on it, it says, press and hold if you are human. And I press and hold because I am human. And then when I type in my login, it says service unavailable, service unavailable. Just never lets me back. So I'm on BetMGM now. I'm balling. Sorry, FanDuel. You can't have my money no more.
Sorry about it.
Sorry.
Thought that was the year before. No, I believe, TJ went crazy last year.
Yeah.
TJ, I'm pretty sure he tied the record for sacks last season.
Because he's at what? He's right behind Reggie White now?
Yeah,
he's second. Second.
What is it? He has a half a sack less than JJ did throughout.
I think they changed it live. To give him the full sack.
Did they?
Yeah, I think yeah, they did. I remember. Because they were on the graphic, it said 87.5, then changed to 88.
Interesting. Josh, we're just going to go into our picks. I'll be honest with you.
Let's do it.
That's the schedule. These are the picks. There we go. So, nice little present here. As you guys can tell, it's just another year of domination. I mean, I don't know when.
I got a game plan.
Listen, Josh, you don't have a game plan. Can we be honest?
I do now. I've shifted. I've audibled. Omaha. Kim Kardashian.
I have an 8-game lead, right? If I'm doing this math correctly.
You do have an 8-game.
If you make up 8 games, I might never pick a game again.
Well, I'll tell you this much. It's gonna. I'm in and out. I'm not taking, overhand spinning back fists. I'm gonna chop you down, hit you with some calf kicks, couple body shots, hand on the neck, wear you down. It's gonna be one game at a time. One game at a time here.
All right, if you say so.
I'm changing because last year me would have panicked right now at week 11. Past me would be like, all right, got to throw shots here. And then week 12, I'm down 15 instead of, weeks to play down 8. So
what is the last time you had a winning week against me? Because I feel like these last 4 weeks, I've really.
Well, let me check. So
I
really got ahead by 1. Last week, we tied.
Okay.
No, last week you beat me. The week before we tied.
Okay.
And the week before that, you won.
Okay. That's 4 weeks.
Wait. Did you win? No, I won the week before. So it's been 3 weeks. But I only won that week by 1. There haven't been too many weeks where I've, kicked the doors down and really made some moves. But and that won't happen. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen this season. But I will be there in the end. I will make sure of that.
It's been tough for you, some would say. All right.
No, it hasn't. I picked good games. You just somehow picked better. I'm 86 and 64. It's not like
94 and 56. This has to be my best year. Has to be.
I'm not hovering over 500. I'm 22 games over. but it's,
Like I might have to go watch the stream from last year towards the end of the season and see what my record was, because I feel like I'm on an incredible run here.
I think you've only had like 2 weeks where you've like not been 3.
Wasn't there 1 week we both went like 11-2 or
Um,
something insane?
yeah, that was the one we tied a couple weeks ago, 11-4, both of us.
We might be onto something here. We should just start betting our picks, $100 each game.
Yeah, that'd be. Every time I'm looking on sportsbooks, I was like, if I just had like $1,000 balance, it'd be so much easier.
I'm saying. All right. Bengals at the Ravens. Bengals need this game. They really need it.
Baltimore kind of does too.
Yeah, but not as much as the Bengals. You know what I mean? Bengals lose this game. They're in midst of the playoff territory.
Yeah, this is the game. If the Ravens lose, then they need it.
Like Bengals, if they lose this, they might miss the playoffs. Like we're in week 11.
Yeah.
But can I bet against the Ravens at home? And I'm pretty sure that Joe Burrow is. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. I'm pretty sure Burrow was terrible against them. I'm pretty sure he has like a 1-4 record or something of that nature.
I agree.
Steelers at the Browns. This should be an absolute snooze fest. I would take the under in this game. I have not a clue what it is, but I would take the under. I will go with the Browns strictly because they're home.
Me too.
The Cardinals at the Texans. Listen, I mean, come on. I said that. Oh, I guess the Broncos had one hell of a kickoff return. I just turned the game on. 14 minutes, 52 seconds left. They're at the 28-yard line. There goes my Bills defense.
Hey, if Josh Allen and Diggs did get ejected, those are the penalty yardages for the ejections. It did happen.
I will go. I just picked him for MVP, Coach of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I got to go Texans.
I am going with the Texans too, but I will be betting on the Cardinals. I feel like this line is going to be heavy on the Texans.
Probably. Titans at the Jags. I will take the Jags. A nice bounce back after getting bodied.
I agree.
The Raiders at the Dolphins. Listen, Antonio Pierce has had a nice 2 games against the Jets and the Giants. It all comes to an end against the Dolphins.
I agree.
Cowboys beat your Panthers by 20.
I disagree, but they will win.
Bears and the Lions. Give me the Lions, especially at home. I mean, come
on. Hold on. I'm also on the Lions.
Am I going too fast for you, Josh?
No, my phone just bugged out. I was keeping up really well, but then I'm bugged out. We're good now.
Chargers at the Packers. I will take the Chargers, but I'm very reluctant because this is a game that they should obviously win, and they never win them.
Yeah, I'm also on the Chargers. I don't think Jordan Love is.
Jordan Love does not seem good at football.
It's. I mean, the first few weeks he looked really good, like it was super promising, but since then, bad.
And then the NFL was like, "Oh wait, we have tape on you. We can actually see what you're good and bad at."
Yeah, it just seems like every throw he makes is like it feels like he's on the run to his left and he's got to flip his whole body. I just feel like every throw he makes, he's putting too much on it or trying too much.
The Giants and the Commanders. Yeah, I will take the Commies in that one.
I will as well.
Bucks and the 49ers. Give me the Niners.
I will as well.
Jets at the Bills. Like, you automatically go to, like, obviously the Bills. But Josh Allen is terrible against them. And, like, it scares me, but I'm going to stick with the Bills. Even though it scares me.
Me too.
Seahawks and the Ramleys. I will go with Seahawks.
Stafford good?
I believe so, yes.
Puka good?
I do also believe so.
Kyron Williams?
Not sure. That one I can't tell you.
Give me the Seahawks.
Vikings and the Broncos. I'll take the Vikings.
I will take the Broncos.
Okay. Finally, we disagreed on a game.
Maybe if you didn't pick the betting favorite every game.
Have I?
It's definitely going to be.
Because there's always some upsets. I feel like I should go back and pick the Bengals.
Do it.
You know, I have a lead on you. I will. I'll pick the Bengals.
All right, then I am on the Vikings.
That's fine.
No. I wish I could know what tonight looks like for Denver in the future.
Hey, they just kicked a field goal.
Yeah, but then, the second this show ends, 8 players break both their ankles for Denver. Yeah, I'm beyond. You're on Cincy?
I am on Cincy. I'll go with them. Why not?
I'm on the Vikings.
So now we really only disagree on one still.
Yes.
Eagles at the Chiefs. What a game to end week 11. Man. I'm going to go with the Eagles. Both of them are coming off buys. Andy Reid is good off the bye. But I think the Eagles really want to prove that if the grass at the Super Bowl was good, they would have won. And I think they're going to be ferocious. Defense is going to play well. The receiving core for the Chiefs just has not looked good for me, has not been impressive at all. A.J. Brown's a different breed this year. That run game with the Eagles has been great. I'm going Eagles. Upset.
It does make a lot of sense. It does feel like, the Eagles obviously probably still have, about to say, not sour taste in their mouth after last season. And, it makes sense that they're going to come back. But then on the flip side, I feel like this is going to be a game where we all think that. But then at the end of the game, we're like, oh, yeah, but that's Patrick Mahomes on the other side. So give me the Chiefs.
Fair enough.
2 games. Just 2 games.
You better.
That's a couple jabs and a calf kick. That's all I'm going for. Setting something up.
Get it down to 6. You never know.
Setting something up.
I know. You might have to take some swings here because we're going to keep doing that.
No, I go 2-0.
Even if we go 1-1, you're screwed.
Right, but I'm not out of it. If I go the other games I was considering, Tennessee over Jacksonville is a division game. They're tough games. That was one I was considering. Obviously, Denver against Minnesota, tough game. And then I was considering Tampa over San Francisco because it feels like San Francisco's back, and it feels like a letdown spot, kind of. So those were the games I was considering. I went with the 2 I was most confident in. And then, one of the ones I was confident in. Then you said you go back to Cincy, like that for me. And, it's 2. I plan on going 2-0. I've been really working on these calf kicks, so it's going to land, and it's going to have an impact on the fight. And then, there's still 2.5 minutes left in round 1.
All right, we're going to find out. Listen, Anthony Conover _ on Twitter. Make sure you use code GenZ to double your first deposit up $200 on Underdog Fantasy. We'll do another one of those drafts and another one of those pick'ems one of these days. I had a lot of fun doing that. Listen, we would have won our draft if I can't remember who it was. Somebody scored a touchdown that really just Kenny Pickett threw that last touchdown pass. Really yeah. If Warren scored that touchdown like he looked like he did, we would have been good. It would have been swimming in $10 cash.
Tough.
But unfortunately it did not happen. Josh, where can they find you?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jolin _4. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And make sure you head on over to Underdog, use code GenZ, double your first deposit. Make sure you follow them on Twitter. They're always doing good giveaways on there as well. And tune in next Monday, 7 Eastern.
All right. With all that being said, we will catch you on the next one. All right.